I'm going to tell you 8 unexpected things that happen to YouTubers as their channels grow so that you can make sure that you avoid these things or at the very least prepare for them. And we're starting right now.
That's just how it is. Ain't waiting on me.
What is going on? My name is Nick. Welcome to another video. If this is your first time here and you want to learn how to grow your channel, make videos and all types of other YouTube related stuff, start now by subscribing and clicking the bell so you don't miss anything. Okay, if you are just starting out on YouTube or if you have a channel that's already got some momentum, you're already getting some views, your channel's growing, you're doing okay, there's going to be something on this list that you want to know. Starting with the very first, which is privacy issues. Didn't expect that one to be number one, did ya? Let me explain. As more and more people watch your videos and you become more sought after, you really want to make sure that you protect your personal privacy. This comes down to things that you might not think of. For example, if you have a website, your website shows the information, it shows your name, it shows your address, possibly a phone number, and people can use that information to show up at your front door. They can use that information to send you stuff that you may not like or just harass you in general. So what you want to do is, if you have a website, you want to enable Whois protection. And basically what that is that's a barrier to where if somebody goes and they start trying to look up, where you live and your phone number and all that stuff, it actually hides that information from them. You also have the side of things to where if you are a vlogger and you are just getting started, it's not that big of a deal and you're not really thinking about it, but down the road, let's say you end up with 500,000, 10 million subscribers on your YouTube channel. Well, if they start going through your content and they start noticing, hey, this is where they're always walking out of, these are the things that are around their area and things like that, then people can try to invade your privacy that way, which is something that, of course, you do not want to happen. So to secure your privacy, just spend some time looking around at yourself and try to figure out what information that you're exposing online and what information that you're showing in your videos so that you can lock it all down and protect your privacy or privacy, depending, where you're at in the world. Next on the list, and this particular one is not as dangerous, so you can relax for this one, but the next problem that YouTubers face is repetitive comments, to where basically people are leaving comments in your comment section and all you say is thanks all the time. And you're like, I don't want to just say thanks. What else can I say instead of thanks all the time when people are leaving comments all the time? Because what happens is you start to feel like you're not giving enough attention, or you start to feel like you are being inauthentic by just saying thanks. But here's how you get over that one. All you have to do is sit down, write a list of responses. Things like, hey, thanks, I appreciate it. Hey, that's awesome, I really appreciate it. Thanks for your feedback, that kind of stuff. And you want to write that into like a notepad of some kind. And try to write a lot of them. But from there, what you want to do is you want to load those one by one into either TubeBuddy canned responses or another canned response app, or maybe into TubeSpanner or something like that. And then you have a bunch of different ways that you can thank people without having to actually type out a bunch of stuff every time. But of course, you want to come out with a decent list, right? Sit down and figure that out one time. And then after you load everything in, then you can just kind of randomize it, go through and hit them. And that'll make your commenting faster. And that will also make it seem like you're giving a bunch of different responses to people. But in reality, another side of this is that people really do understand that you're answering a lot of comments. And because of that, thanks, even though it might seem weird to you as you start getting a lot of comments, thanks typically is enough. Or even just giving a heart can do the trick. But the idea is you just want to let people know, hey, I saw your comment and here is my reply or my action that I'm taking towards that comment in order to let you know that your comment was received. Another problem that a lot of content creators have, or a lot of social media influencers have, is having to actually filter their emails. And I don't mean filter them in terms of, well, I just have to sort my emails. I mean set up completely different email accounts for different things. Here's what I mean. Eventually, depending on the type of content that you make, you're going to have a situation to where a lot of people are sending you emails because you are going to have a public facing, you already do actually, you're going to have a public facing email on your About Me page that anybody can send an email to you with. And that's going to clog your email up really fast. So because of that, here's what I recommend that you do. Set up one public facing email. That's the email that you're going to get a bulk of your emails through. Add a vacation responder to that particular email that will let people know that their email has been received and that because of the volume of emails that you get, that you'll reply to them once you see it. Now, you also want to have one to where if an opportunity comes in, or if you have other people that are content creators or other people just on the business side of things that you are wanting to keep in contact with on a regular basis, then you have an email for that as well. And if you want, you can even take that up a notch to where if somebody contacts you through your public facing email and it's an opportunity to work with somebody as an example, then that would go into a business specific email where that email is just the people that you're doing business with. The benefit of doing it this way is it's going to cut down your clutter and it's going to help you prioritize things when it comes to checking your emails. Next is extreme trolls. This one is a little bit on the dangerous side. So with extreme trolls, one thing that can happen as your channel grows is out of the woodwork, you're going to start finding people here and there that take trolling to a whole new level. For example, we've had people on this channel to where if we're in a live stream and somebody super chats, they'll go and troll their channel for super chatting. Or I've had people that will contact people that I work with brand-wise on Twitter saying that I do things that I don't do, trying to get me to lose my sponsorships. So what you need to do in this situation is you need to have a plan for when things like that happen. Here's what I recommend. 1, as soon as you notice an extreme troll, block them from your YouTube channel. All you have to do is hide user from the YouTube channel. Go to their comment, whatever it is that they say, and then over on the right-hand side, you're gonna see 3 little dots. Click on that. From that drop-down, click hide user from channel. Next, once you notice that they are starting to troll you in that manner, be the person that takes that first move and contact the people that you have those relationships with and say, hey, just a heads up, I've got this person that's like massively trolling me. So if anything comes out, they've already tried to attack me with this particular relationship that I have. So if they send anything your way, I just wanted to give you the heads up and let you know that the information they're sharing with you is invalid. Unless it's valid, and then in that case, shame on you. Next on the list is not making enough money from what it is that you're doing in order to make this sustainable. Here's what I mean. You'll hear me rant from time to time about how being a content creator can cost you money because you got to buy cameras and lights and all that stuff. So what you want to do so that you are not stuck in a situation to where your camera has a problem and you can't make content anymore because of it, you want to try to find some way to monetize your channel. I have videos on different ways that you can monetize your content. I'll put a link to those down in the description below so you can check those out after this video is finished. And speaking of gear, another thing that can happen, and this is something that you don't really notice happening until you're like in the thick of it, but another thing that can happen is gear overwhelm. Here's how that works. When you're making content and people are responding to it, you start thinking to yourself like, hey, I need to make this better. I need to do better. I need better audio. So I'm gonna keep getting microphones so I can keep trying to make my audio better. And I'm gonna get a bunch of different cameras and lenses and all this other stuff. But the thing is when you start getting all of that stuff, it can really come to a point to where you're like, man, I've got like 4 gimbals. I've got 3 cameras. I've got, all these microphones and stuff that I don't even use. And then you got to start trying to sell the stuff that you got that you think you needed because you ended up getting it and you didn't even really need it. And therefore you don't use it, but you still got to try to take the efforts to sell it. When all of that could have been avoided if you wait until you actually need whatever it is that you are getting. And speaking of overwhelm, we have the next one on the list, which is burnout. I can't stress this one enough. As a content creator, it is so easy to just go all in because you love making content. That's why you're making content. But if you don't pace yourself, it can come at a cost, and that cost is burnout. I went through burnout on another channel that I had, and I gotta tell you, it's a real thing. It sucks. It just blindsides you. Like you don't even know it's coming until you just wake up and then all of a sudden you're kind of bitter or you're just kind of not as cool to the people in your comment sections, or you start looking at just creating content in general just as like this, bad thing or this annoying thing or this thing that's an inconvenience. When in reality, you're just burning out because you love making content, you love doing the whole thing, but your mind is just in a weird place. So because of that, as a content creator, as somebody that's going to be doing this for a long time, it's really important to make sure that you take care of your mind, the way that you're viewing all this stuff and the amount of work that you're putting into it or not putting into it. Like you have to make sure that you're protecting your mind state at all costs. That comes with YouTube. YouTube or anything else that you're doing, because that is what is actually navigating everything else that you're doing in your life. So even if you just have to chill a little bit or maybe not upload as much or whatever your situation happens to be, go ahead and do it, because what's going to happen is it's going to give you that mental space that you need. And then it's also going to help make it to where when you do come back or you do start getting back to a normal schedule that you were on before, you're going to have a lot more energy and a lot more passion for what it is that you're doing. The next one on this list is video ideas. I know people are different. Like for some people, when they're first starting out, coming up with video ideas is really tough then. Other people, once they have a lot of content in the can, then coming up with video ideas is difficult then. But depending on the type of content that you make, one of the unexpected things that you might run into is that you just can't come up with video ideas anymore. So what I want you to do is watch this video right here on a bunch of different ways that you can come up with an endless amount of video ideas for what it is that you're doing. And to learn more about growing your YouTube channel, making videos, and all types of other YouTube related stuff, make sure you subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.